In this video, I'm doing mainly a visual, and with my voice at the background. I will show my face at the end of the video. Everything about the fallen rebel angel and the rebel humans that are working for the fallen rebel angel, whose title I do not want to mention, whose name I don't want to mention. So the rebel angel does everything to do with lies, principalities of darkness, and lies. Now, this is the most expensive phone I have, which I use like a computer. I very rarely used, £1,000. And was it £1,000 or just less? And the devil has stolen it, with the devil's representatives and workers, through Gmail. So when I emailed somebody through Gmail, it had stolen my account. And did the FBI get involved? Did USSR Russia get involved? Did America get involved? I don't know. Asia. All these three have got involved, and I cannot recover my phone. All my phones have been corrupted, and I have to now hide as a result of all those humans, bad humans that represent the bad angels, are involved on my phone. It's like an invisible enemy invading me through the new technology. So everything, the keyboard, everything, the camera, everything, my photos, my videos, my private videos, are all overseen by the enemy. Now, the reason why I call it the enemy, which I'm going to publicize, only two videos, and I've changed my mind. I'm not going to upload every month on my social media. I'm going to upload twice a year only, because that's how bad social media is, and because the politicians do not take responsibility at all in the United Kingdom of foreign governments invading and destroying my information, my life, my civil human rights, and my privacy violated on new technology. So if that's the case for me, because I am vulnerable, disabled, and crippled, it's the case for everybody. Yet nobody's complaining about it because they're not being attacked. So those that represent the rebel angels are only seem to be focusing and targeting on Agenda 21, the crippled and the lowly. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a mad woman for them to do this to me. And yet they do it anyway, to the point of death threats and total destruction. Neither am I accursed. They are. So I've changed my mind. I'm not going to upload every month. I'm going to upload twice, only 2 videos in 12 months. So that's a whole year. Because they've overpowered me, they've outnumbered me and made a global discrimination against me, being attacked secretly without me knowing. They're already scheming and plotting total destruction of my life, simply for using the social media. To try and find friends, I'm overwhelmed with a number that cannot be counted enemies. Now, I'm a Christian, a devout Christian. It does not mean that I am Benny Hinn or any other preacher that is a public profile. I am unique. I'm a unique Christian. I am a unique person. But everybody, however, that does assume that all Christians are the same and they all preach the same message, since they don't actually. Does it have any juice? I'm just switching it on. I'm going to show how crazy this is. The devil and the devil's representatives, oh dear, I did use the title, devil, are in fact competing with my videos. Can you believe that? My audience listening to me. They're actually competing with my videos. So I've got private video here. And eventually they're looking to say, because this isn't updated, if it was updated, they would take total control. And so these are my videos. And so they've stolen the most expensive phone that I've got because it wasn't insured and it didn't have a purchased PIN security. And so these are invaders. They've invaded all of my information and it's out of order. It's criminal behavior. And because I've exposed it out into the public, they are now competing with me. Now I want to find my Bible reference where it says that God on your worst day will turn God's bottom and back on you. So devil spoke to me indirectly through an engineer that came to do a electrical inspection in my property, in my home, and not my property, their property. He was showing his bum crack to me. So it was either done intentionally by organised insults, or it has got my Face ID too, or it was an accident. And so I'm going to pause the video and find this Bible reference. And so they've listened to this. It's none of their business, and yet they've listened to it. And the one who is aware of this fact, who is a definite antichrist, is this man, John Bercow. He's the one who had allowed my name on in the Parliament of London, in it, to target migrants for abuse. And I thought, oh, this is nice. But it wasn't nice, because little did I know is that even the most decent migrants in England are being targeted for abuse. To be demonized. So I did a deliberate demon picture of me. I was pretending that I was an actress in a horror film. So it's all organized crime, this. So let me see if I can find it to show how the devil is competing in the Bible. To say the devil is God and God is the devil. So it's not about God. It's not about God's people. It's about the devil and the devil's people. So it's in competition. I couldn't believe it. In my very eyes, it was either deliberately the engineer was showing me his bum crack, or it was not. It was intentionally, or it wasn't. It was done by the devil. It wasn't planned by the humans. It was planned by the devil to show me the crack. But I'm very suspicious it isn't planned. That they've done it deliberately, intentionally. Pause. I did yellow because yellow is not only a colour of happiness, it is a colour of road disease, yellow baby poop. So the devil's baby, who is a curse of destruction, which is evil, versus the holy babies of God, who are diseased, made poisoned, made tortured, and not allowed to have antibiotics. So I've been asking for antibiotics. They've rejected me for 10 years, and I still have the virus in my stomach, which is eating me alive. It's making my stomach as a sieve. And this is prayer is matching exactly how I am, in every sense in my reality. It's not only connecting my emotions, it's connecting to my reality in every sense. God, yeah. So I'm still looking for the part where the devil is competing with God, stealing and cheating and stealing my information. Everything about me on social media is for evil competition and evil challenge. It's very rare to find holy mutual respect, competition and holy challenge. It's very, very rare, says my pet rabbit, who's just going to have a nice drink of water there. A leaf had been blowing. They're afraid of the wind. They are afraid of the wind. And it's gotten very cold, and they've just sensed this change of temperature. And I asked in my heart and mind, in my soul, them the question. I said, are you scared of the wind? Why are you hiding? Or are you scared of listening to my voice that sounds like a feminist voice, an extra deep voice, like a croaky voice, like a frog voice, an unforgiving voice? And so I think they're more scared of when I had visitors and they heard me talking to the visitors in a different voice. And it was a lot deeper, and they could sense it was my stressed voice, that they have committed a sin unforgivable, which is kidnapping, that they're the same as murderers, adulteresses, rapists and robbers. And so my voice when the visitors came was very, very deep and sounded like a croaky frog. And so that's my stress voice. That's not my real, normal, healthy, relaxed, not angry, not in a war zone voice. So war is not healthy. Death is not designed by God. However, God is a warrior, but a different type of a warrior. When God makes war, God does not do evil. So I did have a glass of water, so my voice isn't croaky. And I can often hear the ducks and the swans in the morning, as there is a lake nearby. So they lie. All of this is a lie. The password, all of this is a lie. Because the government actually, the majority of them are devil worshippers. Which makes me very sad and distressed to know that those who are ruling our nations and ruling the world is the devil, not God. Yet God made the world. The world belongs to God. I don't know why it's on an airplane mode. I didn't put it on an airplane mode, neither did I connect it to Wi-Fi. Unless it's connected to somebody else's Wi-Fi. So, I've cleared all the messages. It's Wednesday the 7th of August, 8:33 in the morning. And so the next video I upload would be probably around the same date, early August in 2025. It keeps prompting me to put the SIM card in, which of course I'm not going to do because it's going to readjust all the settings and try to totally steal my account. Because somebody else is attempting to totally steal it and they failed. I'm not going to put a SIM card in here because it opens a channel to the web links and the internet. It allows internet usage, the SIM card. So therefore, all the childless and the widows, the young men will be cut down as you bring raiders just suddenly on them. So they're saying I'm a disabled, useless woman, mum. And I've underlined what God had said in the Holy War on that date, the 25th of April, 2022. So when did the woman decide to come and visit me? Yesterday. She decided to see me yesterday, and she booked an appointment on the 22nd of August, which is again no coincidence. She's probably not aware of the fact that 22nd is the thing where I've condemned Jay, and I was looking at bad couples and bad kisses of the betrayal of Judas the Iscariot. So they want to copy that bad couples winning. There is no holy couple. Bad kisses of betrayal and destroying. And to say that God's people are not able to destroy the destroyers and betray the betrayers because we would be murdered. That's their threat. And so it says, so all of this God's promised against us. And they're laughing and mocking at Jesus. But so Roger was half of my mother's spirit and half of my father's spirit, because Miller belongs in the Miller belongs in the cat sheep, and Marga, who's my mother, belongs in the dog goat. So he's both. He has both personality disorder, mental illness. Jesus says, I'm going to separate the sheep and the goat. So he was used by the devil to attack me, and God used him to holy challenge and competition to make me overcome my fear. And God said that Roger was the same as Kiki, rat, and Paul was the same as Zizi, rat. And so I was told by God to go and buy the rats for Christmas 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, and to overcome my fears of humans, because humans have done a horrible thing. Like the east wind, I shall scatter them before the enemy, and I shall know them, my back, not my face, the day that they are ruined. So if Ellen has lost her virginity to this Indian boyfriend, and that they have sent me this Indian to do my electrical inspection and checks yesterday, and also the fact that I showed my bottom to Jay on the day that he wanted to be engaged to me after my husband to my daughter raped me. Whereas Jay was a false hero, he came there to rob me, sent by the government who only goes for English women and attacks migrant women. But he'll deny that. He'll deny that he works for the devil. So the greatest trick of all is to make people realize that the devil doesn't exist. The more people believe the devil doesn't exist, the more the devil is winning. And there's no good news. The devil is God and God is the devil. And the God was shouting at me saying, and in many ways, in so many ways, saying that you're not going to demonize me. I'm the most beautiful. I'm the best, not God. I will demonize God, and I will demonize God's workers, the saints. I will call you, and I will treat you the same as an illegal migrant and torture you and torment you. You don't belong here. So that's what the devil and devil's workers are doing currently in politics and in social. My pet is trying to tell me something, so I realized, is it the wind that they're afraid of that they were hiding, or was it my voice that they were afraid of and hiding? They're also busy eating straw, so Sukasa is eating the glove. She found it, which is organic latex from an organic food shop and organic everything. The glove, rubber from the rubber tree. So we're eating a rubber tree. Eating the sweet corn the other day. They've got also yellow sweet corn there that they've eaten 2 of them. They enjoyed that. I have to pick it up. And I can't use a hoover because it will clog the hoover. So I do have a snow shovel. And I also have a large broom. They're eating dried apricots, which is a huge version of what they think could be a raisin or a sultana. But it isn't. It's an apricot. And they've got toilet training there made from parrot sand mixed with chinchilla sand, and it's mixed with cat litter. And so they're enjoying the straw as well, which is a very old, antique, very extra deep, heavy box, not to be overturned. And I like it because it has that smell of antique wood. And they also have this plastic here, which is transparent, to stop them coming through over on my side or through the sand or the straw down through the gaps of the balcony to the neighbour below. So I've done that to consider. Also, they're watching me how I communicate with my foster mum, which is, again, this should be illegal. It's a privacy violation. To find a way to accuse me of being argumentative, accuse me of being gullible or naive, accuse me of being stupid, that I accept anything and listen to anybody, where in fact I'm just being a social butterfly. I'm not a celebrity, but I am a social butterfly. How am I supposed to learn unless I listen? So these demons have made all types of accusations, and every time I insert the SIM in a phone, they are using remote controls. So this is I've got two phones. The one I'm recording, which is a Samsung. The black phone is also a Samsung. I have a sticky behind it because it has my password on it. And so it says, so I have three YouTube accounts. I've disguised one account as me being a couple. And I think I can show it without exposing what the name is. But I'll just show the picture. So it's got my mobile data SIM. As soon as I finish recording, I'll remove the SIM. And I'm going to put the SIM in a pill box, which is over here. And I use my SIMs in there. Because I don't want... While even the phone is switched off, they have extra... For the criminals, they have extra tools to attack my phone and my settings and controls. The message kept popping up saying, connect to the remote control. It's already connected to the remote control or access remotely. And it wanted to let me know by threatening me, saying, it doesn't matter that you're paying for your... So this is me. So even when I lock my screen like this, there I am. It's locked. It has a keypad on it, which is a total lie. Cannot be trusted. It's not really locked. And it's deceiving everybody, and the members of the public are deceived because we're being surveyed. It's a surveillance thing for everybody. But more so for those who are crippled and disabled. They're targeting us for abuse by Agenda 21. And so it's Wednesday the 7th. What does it say? Wednesday the 7th of August. So I've got a different date here. Or it's the same date. So it's unlocked. But how do I lock it up again? No, it's locked. So to switch this off in a minute, I want to show some pictures first. And so it's all covered. The camera is covered with a sticky from a fruit or thing, whatever I had there. So it's got the devil written all over it. It's like saying, "Oh, devil, come in, I give you access." So my other phone looks like this, but it has a different picture on it. Both lock and unlocked. So do I need this phone on? Yes, I just wanted it on to show my security, that's all. Which is... I'm just going to tap in the password. It also does waste a lot of time. It doesn't give quick access in case of an emergency. And that's another way how the devil's attacked my phone. Two ways. You can't win. The police would accuse you of not having a password. why you have more hackers compared to the fact that if you have a password, for emergencies, if you need to contact a friend before the ambulance or anything else, you can't do so unless you type in a password. To show, I have a cleaner here that it cleans the memory there. I have a prayer thing, which they call a vampire. I've noticed they're called the Church of England Catholics or vampires. And I have all these apps. And this would be my third account. So I'm paying for mobile security here, which has locked all my apps. But how effective is that? And the answer is none, because politicians and governments still get to override, and police override my location and all my apps, particularly the antisocial criminals who are experts at doing so. So, I am paid. So I want to find my subscription. Let's find my subscription. Where would my subscription be? This is how many times the hacker tried to steal my account. You can see how many times it tried to access the internet while I was using a video compressor. It was trying to steal my data and information. So this security has stopped them phishing me. It has scam protection on it. So it does work. It's effective in one way, but ineffective every time I use a browser that doesn't connect to the web shield. Instantly, my phone's stolen. The same as pickpocketing by those who have so much more than me. But I don't believe I'm missing anything, because with God's love, I have everything and everyone in God's hands. So I just go to my account over here, and it tells me that I have the ultimate, and it expires on the 18th of August this year, that I have to repay for it. But it doesn't make it clever to give me to show all those numbers. It should hide that code. And yeah, so I have to pay again. That means I have to add my card onto the account. I have three bank accounts. One used especially for social media, that I don't use for anything else. And yes, I have got 3 bank accounts, because these criminals who are, we call globalists, have access to even my bank accounts to look at. And so lastly, I'm going to show my account as a couple, pretending to be a couple when in fact I am single, to remove those who are tracking and tracing me. But it's already too late. They've tracked and traced me by using my voice without my permission. Again, I have never used Google voice recognition. So there is such a thing as a Google voice recognition, where you speak into the microphone to do your searches. I've not done that. And yet they've illegally stolen my voice to track and trace me. So if they can do that, why can't I use my grandmother's name and use my grandmother's birthday to open an account, but she's not alive, to get them to leave me alone? But they still tracked and traced me. So I experimented with that. I don't have a Samsung account, because Samsung account also does something similar to what the hackers are doing. So everywhere. So just a second, let me find the new account. So this is my new account, and pause. These are the people I have subscribed to. And this is my account pretending to be a couple and my grandmother's name, which is Zhivka. The AI has lifted my mouth slightly on the top lip. Otherwise, it does look like me. Except for the lip. The AI has also incriminated me by putting a mustache on my profile. There was a man behind me. Ugly man behind me with a mustache on him. And they've also put hairs on my forehead. So they've demonized my image too, which I'm not showing in this video. And I've showed what I wrote something about COVID pandemic here. I'm just going to show what I wrote. Yep, that's public. So I have two public playlists, and I have two in all three accounts and two videos for a whole year to last. So this company here, the Big Brother Watch, is an ultimate British. So they're giving advice for the ultimate British and the working class, not for the poor and the disabled. To them, they're not that much looking for our protection, for our best interests. It's for ultra British political organisation. That's why I have not subscribed, because they're anti they're demonizing multiculturalism and saying that migrants, in connection to them, this party, they're saying that migrants have destroyed everything. I have a playlist to show that. They're saying it's all migrants' fault, and yet they're bombing the shit and destroying our countries. And then they're bombing the shit out of us, and then asking why are so many migrants coming. The same principle of what the devil's tactic is. They've destroyed my life totally and won't allow me any recovery. So I think I may have put them in the witness box, how they're demonizing. Here we go. It's this company here. Immigration, that means illegal migrants, are destroying our society. Because many people that are not educated would now demonize all migrants the same as immigrants. And he's saying the right thing, but yet they've allowed it. So what did he... Yeah, he said something in this video, how they come only for the benefits, to steal our money and send it to their families. But I'm not doing benefit fraud, and I'm not sending money to my extended family. I don't have anyone. I'm a total lone survivor as an orphan and outcast. So why should I be hated by this hate crime which the government has created? So it seems overwhelming for me for them to say, oh, well, nobody likes migrants and everybody's going to assume that migrants are doing benefit fraud. And yet I use it for my survival. So because these politicians have demonized us, which are ultra-British, there is nothing that I can turn to except for the far left. And I'm not a far left, I'm not a far right, I'm neither. I'm neither as a result of what they're doing. They're destroying everything. So these are my playlists here. In the Witness Box, which is a charity of Citizens Advice Bureau. I do need a witness. How they are making all these false witnesses arise and attack. So I have two public videos, which have 50 videos on it. And the second one is about witchcraft, which is public. It has 11 videos of it. And there is a third playlist, which is Gino, and the Bible, which is 3. And I have another one, which is the 4th pandemic, veterans, lies, drowning effect. The same as the film. So they're saying that my reality is not real because the slave masters have made the poor people's lives as their entertainment and their film. So they've made this film before the Cell horror film, before the pandemic, yet it gave all the tools and plans of a sociopath and psychopath before COVID had actually become activated. So they all pre-knew what they were going to do before they did it. Unleash a biological weapon in the world from a lab. And they purchased this and they are investing money from it. And everybody's been deceived and tricked into... So the poor people's lives are as this film. It's there to depopulate, to make us less popular and less social, and to have less children, to minimize our population of God's people and our babies to be going down in the statistics, and the devil's baby and the witches and the wizards' babies to go up. So there's more marriages, more children of the devil, and there's less of God's people going down, because they've made our lives into a film through pandemics and through systems of abuse. They're saying it's not real. The devil is not real. The devil is not real. The devil is only good. The devil will be worshipped as a god. And so this is why I'm doing this video, to say so many Christians have, in fact, accepted the devil in their ministry as a normal thing, that they are now in control of the devil, not realizing that the devil is in control of them. And they won't acknowledge it. They're living backwards, upside down. So, in fact, I'm going to then stick to 4. So I said 4 public videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, on all 3 of my channels. Yep. And so, yeah. And so the man who had invaded me, backdated in 2004 and 2005, his name was Jay, and he was half caste Spanish, half caste Indian, and half caste English. Is some type of a royal, and he's an expert in turn as a narcissist or as a sociopath and psychopath, Jay, and all of his connections, his friends and family, and his enemies are in control of the social media more than what I am. And even my daughter's ability now, because she's been given the tools from the devil in her university to spy on my social media, even though I told them not to. I never gave my daughter my social media. So they're spying on me. And it's an extremist social and domestic terrorist. So this Jay is like the wind with all of them, destructive wind. So they're in competition with God. And they've made me sick. They've denied me healthy medication and forced me to take unhealthy medication. 115 injections. For what? For the fact that the devil was offended, for the fact that I was fighting the devil in holy war, not by the flesh and blood, but by spirit. I was fighting him. And I rejected him. I pushed him off. And now he's saying that he was the one who rejected me. So he's in control of my social media for 20 years plus. He's in control of my tools and how he gossips and spreads disinformation about me, which is also weaponized. He's used social media for more than 25 years, isn't more of an expert than I am. I've only used it for 7 years or 8 years now. So it doesn't make any sense. What's the point of having social media when I'm surrounded by the enemy? Then they're saying that I'm not pure for being robbed and raped, that God is not on my side. So they're actually, many of these false Christians are actually quoting the devil. So I'm now going to shut this off. Actually, I wanted to show the video of my visitor, but I don't have it on here until I transfer the SIM. Can't transfer the SIM for my... So I don't have it. I have to change the pin now because it's been shown. Don't have it. I do enjoy these prayers, but I didn't realize that they were evil vampires in the church. So here is my worker that's just come in. I'll just show a little bit of it. His name was Yogi. I think it was set up. I just... Well, it's a coincidence, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Oh, sorry, I was on the loo. Come in. It's all right, you're all right. Yeah. Obviously, I did say you've got the door. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, all right to come through then. Yeah. They've gone down to the detail, the devil in the detail. Oh, yeah, okay. That's all right, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's the kitchen. All the plugs are on the left-hand side in the kitchen. This is my box with coats in it. So it's really easy for you to move it. That's the cupboard where all the panel is. Yeah. So I've showed him around my home to do the electric inspection. This is the box with my coats in it. It's not heavy. And so I'm not showing the picture, what they look like. I'm just showing the fact that I had visitors yesterday. And yeah, he had a very short T-shirt on. They knew that I have a camera recording because they're spying on my phones. They knew exactly where my camera was, but they were pretending like they don't know. Because I recorded it. They've looked at all my videos, so of course they're going to know where I positioned my camera to record them. So he came in wearing a T-shirt, extra small T-shirt, and every time he bent, he pointed his bottom at the camera. This was yesterday. Which is down to the detail to assault me, insult me, and to say that my daughter's probably had teenage sex and they want to show me God's word against my daughter, which is Ellen here. He says, on your worst day, I will scatter you to your enemy and I will show you my back. In other words, my bottom, not my face. So they're blaming me. I'm not responsible for what's happening to my daughter's life. They're the ones who kidnapped her. So why should I carry the curse of kidnap and destruction? It should be them who are drowned into the ocean. That God says, push the kidnapper into the ocean to drown, to execute them. Not the victims. Not me as her mum. Her dad is dead. And so they're watching what my password is. That's another thing. They've got a vagina, what looks like a vagina on my ceiling. That's a light bulb. So every time they come and inspect the boiler, they put a secret military camera in my loft to steal my passwords. So they're actually stealing my passwords to unlock my Apple phone. Big Brother Watch had told me that they can put military equipment in the loft to unlock my phone and passwords. So it's a Nazi, it's a tyrant, it's a fascist, it's a socialist, it's social housing. And so they've done this, and they want to give me, they want to control my moving home, because she's already offered me to move home very quickly. Should I take it? And I'll pray to God about that. To me, I say yes, I'd take it, because I need to get out of here. It's not suitable accommodation. I'm in a flat, not in a house. So they've probably already stolen my Face ID. They've stolen my my password key.